Shout out to the New York Jets.
I think what you're misunderstanding is the Jets aren't the trash. The Jets are the dumpster. They just hold all the trash, and then when it's done being trash, someone else takes it and makes it in a take the Seahawks. The Seahawks have now taken the Seahawks and Vikings have taken Sam Darnold and used him as oh hey, he's like a nice lamp that sits in a nice house, or that's a cool ottoman. But when he was on the Jets, he was like garbage.
They had no interior design skills.
The Jets still don't. What do you mean they didn't have? They still don't.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Very slowly, I may add. Very slowly,
but shout out to Temple University's athletic department and Dave Gerson for getting me this awesome Jets hat. They hate the fact that I'm a Jets fan, but they're enabling me.
Well, yeah, because it's funny. It's hilarious to watch.
We can theoretically still go 12-5.
Yeah, theoretically, yes, that is true. I mean, you have to win all 12 games, which would imply that you have to beat the Patriots twice. You would have to beat the Bills, who smoked you in your own stadium. I think Jacksonville's on that list, who's currently 4-1.
Yeah.
I think
shout out to Jacksonville for winning last night on Monday Night Football. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's a big one we got to get into. But I'm just look, it's just not gonna happen. Well, actually, hold on. So you played the game. You play the game with Dave, where you go in every time. Like, what's your record gonna be after being 0-5? What do you think your record's gonna be now?
The record has gone. It is. Do you want me to give you a week 1 to week 5 run?
Go ahead. Yeah, run through it.
So before week 1, I said we're going 12-5. And then after week 1, we had a good showing against the Steelers. We lost 34-32. I said, all right, this team can still go 12-5. And then week 2, I think I bring us down to 10-7. And then week 3, I brought us down to 8-9. Week 4, I brought us down to 5-12. And today, the number was 2-15.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm looking at not even 3. You don't think you can get 3 wins?
Dude, we were looking at the schedule today, and dude, the Browns. The Browns gave me an uneasy feeling, and given the Browns' defense is good, but it's above average for what the Browns are accustomed to. But still, they aren't sniffing the playoffs.
Nope.
That is,
they aren't.
And we're talking ooh, I don't know if we can keep up with them. This is probably, somehow it just gets worse every year, man. I don't know how. Because, literally, last year I was, going into this year, even before we brought it, why does this hat feel so diagonal on my head? I have a weird skull.
It's the sloping down of the New York Jets. The hat has to be at a decline, a declining angle.
Mm-hmm. It is. And basically, yeah, before this season started, even before we brought Justin Fields in, I was saying, man, nothing will be nothing will be worse than Aaron Rodgers completing a hostile takeover of the New York Jets. And it got worse. It just somehow got worse. I don't get it. Aaron Glenn is struggling. Everything that was a key point for Aaron Glenn, one of his bread, something that was supposed to be his bread and butter. Everything that he emphasized is exactly what we're struggling in. 0-5. It's ridiculous.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad because he's also a defensive coach, so you would expect the defense to be much better than it is with the talent it's supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
That team, what was it? The Cowboys at one point were up 30-3 on the New York Jets without CeeDee Lamb.
This is the worst Jets team in recent memory. It is absurd.
It's worse than last year's.
Mm-hmm.
Already.
Last year at this point we were at least
2-3.
Games were close last year, 5 weeks in, We haven't had a game that's actually had me, immersed.
I mean, outside of week 1, probably.
Yeah.
But that was because you were there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like week 1, even if you weren't there, you probably would have been immersed in that game. But
we picked a good game to go to. Also, I was looking
we
at
picked probably the best Jets game to go to.
Yeah, probably the best Jets game that will happen all season. Basically, I was looking at the Jets Reddit earlier today, and it reminded me. Somebody commented that we were up 27-17 against you guys. How?
Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT, man. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't even know.
So many MVPs stacked up. He turned on.
How many did he win? He didn't win too many MVPs, did he?
Well, he won 4. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure his number's 4.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is a loser.
Right now, he's a winner. I don't know how. Right now, he is a winner. He is the definition of a winner because he's won 3 out of 4 games this year. It's a 75% win percentage in a Steelers uniform. It'll probably go down, but right now, Pittsburgh, and they were on bye this week, and that was good, honestly. I like that we had an early bye. I normally hate an early bye, but with the fact that Alex Highsmith was out, he's been out since, I believe, week 1. Calvin Austin got hurt in London. We got a week. We're going to get a week to rest up, and then we get to play. We get to prep for, who is it, the Browns and Dylan Gabriel, who we're going to make look like a superstar, but then barely win by like a field goal. That's probably the prediction for that game. We're going to make Dylan Gabriel look like the best thing since sliced bread, and then we're going to, don't do that. Why'd you do that? Oh my gosh. Dude, Colin Coward's going to get you, dude. With that backwards hat, he's going to come after you, say you're going to look unprofessional.
Who?
You need to be wearing your hat. Colin Coward.
Oh, I mean,
he hates backwards hats.
I will say, like, I don't like. I've never owned a hat that doesn't have like the snapback. Like, it's just like it feels weird. It almost feels like I'm wearing like a pirate, something. Or
from the right angle, it looks like you're a do-rag. Yeah, I was about to say it looks like a do-rag right now. It's like that's a.
I'm getting.
No way, dude. Oh my gosh, he's rocking the do-rag. Wave check.
Man,
oh my gosh.
I can't. Until the Jets get a win, I don't think I can proudly wear the Jets gear. Like.
But you're wearing it now.
Well,
you're wearing the Jets do-rag.
It's backwards. It's backwards.
It's not even the Jets. Like, if you're just looking at it from the front, you just see the NFL logo. Like, I've seen that before.
NFL
where
do-rag.
they sell like a hat that just has the NFL logo, and it's like, it's weird because like almost every time you'll see a hat with like a football team, but it's like, nah, I'm just a fan of the league, man. I'm a fan of the Shield. Like, that's
an interesting loyalty to have.
Like, it'd be just if like you just had a football like ball on your hat. And then you just wore that hat. I would get that more than I would get just wearing the Shield, man.
That's something like an undercover cop would wear. Like, hello, fellow fans.
Hello, fellow teenagers.
Yeah.
Where are we going today? Are we going to the big sports game? Count me in. Can you get me a hot dog with some chips and cheese?
Thanks, man.
No, I don't think a hot dog's a sandwich.
Guys,
he's a cop. He's a cop.
Before we dive into these other exhilarating topics, I'm gonna take this hat off because the Jets aren't good enough for me to wear it.
Boo!
But I'm still a fan. I mean, dude, Temple has been like 4-8 and 3-9 in the past 5 seasons. They got their first away win since I think 2023 in week 1 of this season. They've done more for me than the New York Jets have this season than the Jets have done for me in the past 6 years. So I'll represent Temple. But yeah, we've got some cool stuff on the docket today. The GOAT Trevor Lawrence beat Patrick Mahomes and brought the Chiefs down to 2-3. The song of the day is F a Feature by Key Glock. I'm not saying the whole name because it's a family show.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I can't tell. After like 40 minutes, it just becomes very like there's like it's like on Cartoon Network when Adult Swim hits. Like you'll be like, oh, the last cartoon show hit. It's time to like for like I don't know Rick and Morty or that one show with the meatball and the talking milkshake. I don't know what it's called.
Mr. Meaty?
Is that what it's called? Is that actually what it's called? That feels really generic. For
Mr. Meaty was a Nickelodeon show, I think, and it was kind of cursed.
Mr. Meaty. I do remember this now. I just looked it up. I'm like, oh my god, it's got like, it's like Fanboy and Chum Chum, but like way worse.
Yeah, holy crap, Fanboy and Chum Chum. That show was freaking wild. What a memory. Oh, also, the Eagles lost for the first time.
Yeah, who called that? Who called that?
Yeah, whatever. And Taylor Swift is insecure about the fact that she is an inferior artist to Charlie XCX. And Mark Sanchez was unfortunately stabbed, but he incited
it's unfortunate that he got stabbed.
Yes.
But what was he doing?
He incited the whole thing. Okay, we'll lead with this because this is what I heard, okay? And this is what I read and heard. He, for whatever reason, he was really drunk, like, in an alley. It must be, like, post-bar, 1 a.m. He's in an alley, like, working out for some reason. He's, like, training, 1 a.m., drunk in an alley.
I'm back, baby. The NFL comeback.
And somehow basically a delivery driver, like, parked in his alley, the alley that he thought was his. And this made drunk Mark Sanchez really mad, and he starts threatening the delivery driver. He won't leave the delivery driver alone. Oh, also, this delivery driver, 69-year-old man, by the way. Grown-ass man, by the way.
Grown man.
And the delivery driver, Mark Sanchez, doesn't leave him alone, so he pepper sprays Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez further escalates the situation. Mark Sanchez gets stabbed. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Like,
I remember seeing that and being like, dang, some crazy person stabbed Mark Sanchez. And then it's like, oh no, Mark Sanchez is now being arrested at hospital. I was like, what huh? And then I read the full story. I was like, that's insane. There's like the video footage of him just walking around the streets of Indianapolis, just clutching his chest. Like, I don't know. I've never been stabbed, so I don't know how painful that is.
He was just walking around? I figured that, like...
I think he walked around into bar. I think he went back into a bar again and just hung out. That's what I had heard. That's why I read in the first story I read. I don't know how much of it is true. But there's definitely, like, there's footage of him walking around and, like, grabbing his chest. I don't know if you can see where the stab wound is, but he was just walking around like nothing wrong had happened. He's like maybe a little bit of a limp, but he was just casually walking around until I think someone I think that the story I had read is that he had gone into a bar and that was just where he was last until someone was, I guess, like, hey, are you Mark Sanchez? And B, why are you stabbed? That's probably how, like, imagine that conversation too if you're like know who he is. Like, if you're a big football fan, you run into Mark and it's like, yo, you're Mark Sanchez. Are you bleeding? Are you okay, man?
Did you just get
like
stabbed?
That's like, imagine that interaction if you like are like a big, like, imagine you're like a big Jets fan or like you're a big football fan. You're aware of who Mark Sanchez is, and you run into him in that condition and have that conversation. That's gotta be ridiculous.
And Mark Sanchez isn't a small figure. I mean, he's a pretty, I don't know, he's got a recognizable face, and he was kind of like relevant for a while in the NFL.
He's an analyst right now. Like, he still does analyze. He was supposed to commentate the Colts game.
What the hell?
It's why he was in Indy in the first place. He was supposed to commentate the Colts game. And I think, who did they get to replace him? I have to remember. Who did they get to fill in for him, I guess, rather?
I don't know. That is insane.
It was Brady Quinn. That's who it was. It was another right name. It was former quarterback Brady Quinn. It filled in for him. Oh my gosh, that's insane, dude.
What? It's just like, how is this man employed by like a national TV company and like has like a good position? Is like, I just, ugh. It never, you know, like when you hear about these crazy people, they're like, they like, there's these patterns, like your Antonio Browns, your whoever's.
Well, nobody knew Antonio Brown was crazy until he was crazy. That's the thing. Whenever crazy people, because he was like the sweetest guy until like after like I think it was like really 2017 where maybe there was any sort of belief that he was kind of a little off the wall a little bit. But before that, there was never any. I don't know, man. I think it's just you're crazy. You're found crazy till you start acting crazy till people notice. You know?
Yeah, this
Because like
is just
Antonio
a crazy
Brown had
thing
so
to
many
lead
cool
off
interviews.
with, like, like, really, you didn't like, I don't know, say something wild in a tweet, and then it like pops up on Instagram, and people are like, man, like, what's Mark Sanchez doing? This is like just like spent all of my this is like the vibe of like Mark Sanchez is unemployed by a national TV company. Like he already lost the job. He's
Yeah.
losing money. And then he's working out in the alley and he gets stabbed by the delivery driver.
Yeah.
You had
You know what?
a game to commentate the next day.
It didn't give it in the moment, but in like hindsight, it could be like a crazy like dramatic political event, like in the way it like just happened out of nowhere. Like it was like, oh, Mark Sanchez is in critical condition hospital. What? He got stabbed. What? Now he's being arrested. What? Like it was just like plot. It was like a show with like multiple plot twists. Just watching these events unfold.
Yeah, that is just crazy.
I felt like I was watching an episode. I felt like I was watching an episode of Barry.
That wasn't. There were a whole lot of plot twists. This is very, very Barry-esque.
Barry-esque.
Mm-hmm. In addition to that, before we dive into the Week 5 review, dude, Taylor Swift and Charlie XCX, they're getting into a little rap beef, and Taylor Swift is like the second artist in a major musical beef in the past 2 years to show that they have no media literacy at all. Basically,
Wait, I don't know what happened with this, so you're gonna have to explain it to me.
Basically, and also like this is like a super late reaction for Taylor Swift. So basically, Taylor Swift put out her album around the same time as Charlie XCX put out Brat a while ago, and on the album there's a song called "Sympathy Is a Knife." This is on Brat. "Sympathy Is a Knife" off of Charlie XCX's album, and like the hook goes like I couldn't even be her if I tried, and it's like the song is about like how like her progress has taken her so far that like her competition is the best artist in the world, and the song is about like the surrealness of like where she is and how she's like next to Taylor Swift, and she uses the line like she says something about boring Barbie in that song, and it's clearly directed at Taylor Swift. In addition to this, Brat actually didn't go number one in some capacity, and it would have like given Charli XCX some award, boosted her credibility. There was like real I don't know, tangible success to be had. But Taylor Swift blocked Charli XCX from this success by releasing like 7 different versions of the same album.
Which
while
album
Brat was popping.
What was the album that got released then?
I don't even know, bro.
I
Taylor Swift is the queen of mid. She's freaking chicken without the seasoning. And
dude, I hate chicken without the seasoning.
and Taylor Swift recently proceeded to drop the most boring diss track ever. Honestly, I forgot what it's called.
You dropped the diss track?
Mm-hmm. It's like it has like no drums, and it's like, you call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave. Like, basically she's saying you're a cokehead that's obsessed with me. And it's like,
What?
you don't get it, Taylor Swift. You have no
crazy.
media literacy. You have no media literacy. Like, you're acting like Drake in the Kendrick beef right now, Taylor Swift.
Hey Drake,
I heard you like I'm young.
you're like I'm young. Don't ever get me catch you around cell block 1.
But yeah,
Oh
Taylor
my
Swift is
gosh.
being an absolute goofball. Shout out to Charlie XCX. Way better artist than Taylor Swift any day of the week. Yeah. Yeah. I had to throw that out there.
Had to get it off your chesticles.
I had to get it off my chesticles. Speaking of chesticles, dude, my sternum cracks all the time.
Dude, speaking of, like, it's like you had that ready. Like, if anybody mentions this, I gotta bring it up. I gotta bring it up.
My freaking
but
chest hurts.
the other thing with Taylor though was, so I was on break at work today, and I was like, oh hey, like Charlie posted. He was like, Moist Critical had this video where it was like the craziest. What was it? Craziest copyright strike ever. Some clickbaity title. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And he's like talking about his last video where he was talking about how like the album was just really like mid and had like apparently one of the horniest songs that Taylor has ever made. It like to the point where the song is literally just titled Wood.
Yeesh.
Like WOOD, just Wood. And I was like, but I didn't watch that. I watched the one where you had the copyright strike, and basically what happened was apparently that Taylor Swift's media team or whatever flagged the video for copyright because he simply spoke words that were in the song in the order, just spoke the lyrics of the song.
Man, like on a grander level, like there's so much censorship right now in the world. Like, because he definitely did, like, he probably was saying it in a negative light, probably a sort of mocking tone, because the lyrics sucked. You know, hey, Taylor Swift's team, come get this. Basically, she said, like, the bridge, that there's, I have only listened to the song once, so this is, like, paraphrasing. I know the first couple lines. They're like, everything's just jokes on the internet. Everything's just trolling and memes.
Dude, stop!
Everybody's
gonna get us copyrighted now.
Everybody's happy till they're not. Like, oh my god, shut up. Get married.
Get married.
No, this is actually what happens when
get married already.
This is what happens when you're an artist and you get married. Like, it's just like everything's just troll. Yeah, like I don't know. It gets worse, and maybe I'm just kind of saying random stuff. I don't know how much of a correlation there is because Kendrick Lamar's married, and he's a baller. And Kanye's music was better when he was married, so there's that.
It's nothing is set in stone until it's set in stone.
Yeah, man. Like everything's just trolling and memes. Like, oh,
everything is awesome. And like, everything is awesome.
Like,
everything is cool when you're trolling with memes.
Like, there's this.
Everything is awesome.
I have this professor. She's like my favorite professor, Amanda Earhart, and she is just a massive fan.
Wait. Hold on. Pause. Earhart. Amanda Earhart, as in related to Amelia Earhart, the woman who sailed across the Atlantic. Earhart.
No. Amelia Earhart was the first female to fly a plane.
Oh, I thought it was, but she floated across the Atlantic, no?
I don't know. I just thought she was the first woman to fly a plane. I don't know if she like sailed a boat or anything. That'd be pretty awesome.
I'm saying she flew the plane across that ocean.
Oh, maybe.
Dude, how are we gonna get across this water? We can take a plane. No, we have to take a boat. Only option.
Yeah, the plane's over in Europe. We gotta take this boat over there.
Go so we can get the plane, and then she was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Okay. Gotcha. All right. She flew in solo.
Shout out to Amelia Earhart and Amanda Earhart. But yeah, Amanda
Oh, are
Earhart,
they related?
I don't think so. But I guess
Did you
they
ask?
have,
Well, did you
they
ask?
have to say I haven't asked. We
gotta know.
can ask. She would be down to come on the show. Basically, she I don't know, she's in a bunch of Zoom calls and stuff, and the main topic of the day was the Taylor Swift album. The millennials love the new Taylor Swift album, whereas all of the students do not like the new Taylor Swift album. She is like millennial coded now. She's the millennial. I just said millennial coded. I hated that.
Millennial coded. Boomer coded. Dude,
yeah, the people are loving the new Taylor Swift album. Also, did you girl boss Too Close to the Sun?
Is that the name of a song or a lyric or
A lyric.
what?
Did you girl boss Too Close to the Sun?
I wish, because then they could just burn. That's
Yeah,
that's
clearly
such a
Taylor
terrible
Swift
lyric.
didn't.
I just
Get closer to the sun. Okay,
I'm convinced of this. I know you're good. I'm convinced of this, that Swifties in general, it is impossible for them to be like to even have any sort of criticism or just generally be objective about her music. It's almost impossible. Because for this new album she just released, and I hate even talking about it because it's at the same time promoting it, she has 28 different vinyl versions of the album she currently has.
Yeah, that's freaking screwed up.
Do you know how many people? Do you know people? And then there are fans who are just yeah, I'm buying all 28. She is at minimum a multimillionaire. She does not need to be releasing 28 different versions of her own album. It's not even good. If you're gonna buy 28 different versions of an album from Taylor Swift, buy one of the good ones. Don't buy the garbage she just pumped out. This is just the most.
The thing is, they aren't even they don't have secret tracks or anything on them, to my knowledge. At least the last one did. It was just different art.
It's so dude. Let me just read off. I just now looked at the 12 names of these songs, and immediately one stands out. It's in bold. No, it's not bold. It's in capital letters with an exclamation point. Canceled. Dude, what? I hate that. I hate that. That's what is that doing? Is this what is the point? What is the point of all this? I'm probably just rambling, but this is ridiculous. This is not something that needed to be made. This is something that is going to get utterly glazed by her fan base again, and it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not creative in any way. It's just it's playing into this. I'm not saying that the idea doesn't exist, that there's sketchy stuff that happens in the music industry, but to play into it so much, we're hey guys, this is the real story of how told through an album of the crap I had to deal with in the music industry, and then proceed to release 28 different versions of it just so you can sell the most amount of copies for an album ever is so disingenuous.
Yeah, it's hypocritical. And also, one thing I'll say, this probably doesn't represent the entirety of the Taylor Swift fan base, but the Swifties are so insufferable, dude. So I knew back when I lived in Charlotte, there was this group of people that I knew, and they were all Swifties. One of them has since gone into grad school at a college that has a really good football team. I'm not gonna say which.
Not UNC.
Not UNC. It's an
Not
SEC
UNC.
school. It's an SEC school, and they were part of a really competitive game, a really good one that went down to the wire. It's under the lights. A lot of people would freaking love to be at this game. This is a girl that swears that Taylor Swift is the GOAT. In between the third and the fourth quarter of this really close game, insane atmosphere, she posts to her story, "I miss Charlotte." God, you are insufferable. Enjoy the game.
I miss Charlotte. That's
You probably have your AirPods in listening to Taylor Swift whole time. Like, God,
I have-
you buffoon.
gosh, I'm looking at all this. It's just, and also this is also something that's like, I don't know. I see so many like, I've seen parents of like really younger kids. Like I've known a couple parents who like their kids are like really much like Taylor Swift. I'm gonna be honest. Just tell them they're gonna be like, "Oh, new Taylor Swift album." If I were a parent, I'd be like, "Hey, listen, I know you want to listen to the new Taylor Swift album, but the reality is, it sucks. So don't listen to it." Like, I hate to sound like that's like, man, you'd be an awful parent. No kid needs to be listening to.
I
Wood.
agree with
If you are a parent and you tell me right now, hey, you should listen, this is a great song. All the kids should listen to it. It's called Wood by Taylor Swift. It's by Taylor Swift. It's obviously, like, half of these songs already have a giant capital E written on it for obviously explicit. But, like, dude, you know what? If we get copyright strike, I'm gonna fill in some of the words just in case just so we don't. But, like,
can't
this is
understand your accent.
What do you mean? My accent?
I don't know. You're
Was I
some filler words in.
Like, dude, what hold on. I ain't gotta knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. His love was the key. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Oh, God.
Okay, dude. Alrighty.
Yeah, that is
alrighty,
bad.
honey.
Can you look up the, like, everything's just trolling and memes lyric? Because, like, I remember that there was, like, some, like, like 6th grade caliber play on words with, like it was, like, hot as ice, that sort of thing. Everything's just
trying to
trolling
figure it
and
out.
memes.
I don't know the
Let me see. Everything is just trolling and memes. Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find. Everything is just trolling
lyrics.
and memes.
Eldest
but, like,
daughter.
That's
Everyone's. Oh yeah. Okay. Everybody's so punk on the internet. Everyone's unbothered till they're not. Every joke's just trolling and memes. Sad as it seems, apathy is hot. Everybody's cutthroat in the comments. Every single hot take is cold as ice.
Sliker, stop, bro, stop. This is, oh my god. Like,
when you found me, I said I was busy. That was a lie.
I can't. I can't
no,
anymore.
no, and then the next one, and then it just gets better. It gets better.
Oh, okay, it's better now?
I have been afflicted by a terminal uniqueness. I've been dying just from trying to seem cool.
Actually?
But I'm not a bad bitch. And this isn't savage. But I'm never gonna let you down. I'm never gonna leave you out. So many traitors. Smooth operators. Alright, that's
dude,
that's the preview of the
you probably got
Taylor
us.
Swift
You probably, dude. You got us. So we're gonna get a copyright.
That like there was I'm pretty sure she got Time Woman of the Year, and I was reading this article about her. And it was like this sit down interview with Taylor Swift, and like it is written in like the most like what's the opposite of condescending? Like talking upward to somebody. Like basically they're acting
Glaze.
like they're glazing. They're glazing. And basically like in the precursor to this article, this interview was like, when I sat down with Taylor Swift, she told me a story. And when Taylor Swift tells a story, you listen. Not just because she's a good storyteller, but because she is an incredibly interesting person. And I just remembered this one specific line in the article where she said, quote, like so she was asked something about like how do you like deal with your problems or something, or like the people that are like hating or something, and she said trash takes itself out. And it's like, maybe when you're Taylor Swift, trash takes itself out. That's just not true. I would have to like reconfirm the context, but it had to do with like how do you like overcome life issues. Like,
I don't. Here's the thing I don't get is how are you gonna say trash takes itself out and then actively make music about trying to trash the people who trash you? Like that looks like you're taking out your own trash. Like at the very least, you're getting your hands a little grimy, wheeling the trash can out to the street. Minimum. You're clearly trying to take out your own trash. Like that's not what's happening.
yeah, that is redonk. But yeah,
a little bit incorrect, honey.
Instead of listening to the new Taylor Swift album, go listen to the Charlie XCX album. She's a way better artist.
Here's an idea.
Probably a cooler person.
Here's a Mazda device. Don't spend like I don't understand the logic either to a bunch of like to Swifties justifying that they want to support her. By the way, like I'm pretty much at the minimum a multi-millionaire individual by like I'm gonna buy all 28. I'm gonna spend the entirety of the last 3 months of my paycheck paying for all of her vinyls. I'm like I'm not. No.
Yeah. That's
what are you?
That is
what
culty.
Do you?
It's culty.
That's so bizarre to me. I don't understand the justification for that at all.
It is lame as hell. And you know, like I try and like, you know, live by like I don't know. It's only got to make sense to me, you know, but like nah, that's objectively dumb.
Dude, I wouldn't do that. I'd maybe like if I were to buy a vinyl or anything, I usually want to buy my favorite album from that artist. Maybe if I really like that artist and they have 2 great albums, then I'd get a second one. But I'm not gonna get like the limited edition Fortnite Battle Pass Gold Shimmer with the little 3D animated booklet when you open the book and the 3D pops out. Like I'm not getting that for really anybody. That's just no.
Yeah, it's not really what records are about for me. Like I have a pretty extensive record collection, and like the way I decide whether or not I'm gonna buy an album is like if there's like a bunch of songs on it, a handful of songs on it, that when they come on, it takes me back to a certain point in my life. And obviously it's like a great album that like has like been like, you know, the soundtrack of a chapter of my life. That's how like I don't know. That way records hold like some sort of power. When you just pump out 28 records, why would you get 28 records of the same of a multi-millionaire's album that it's not even a good album?
It isn't even good. Ugh. Like I think it's by far it's hilarious how much there's glaze to this album, and yet it is by far the worst one.
I haven't heard any glazed. Oh, actually, I've heard glazed from.
You're getting some, but like that's the thing. Like that fan base is gonna glaze it no matter. Like she could go to your house and like poop in your throat, and they'd be like, "Oh, album of the year, album of the year, guys, here we go."
Yeah.
Do you hear it? The album of the year. Listen. Like, dude, no. Get it out of my throat.
Yeah. Pretty awful stuff.
You gotta switch, dude. I'm done. I'm done talking about.
We've exhausted that topic. Let's talk about the GOAT, Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna be honest. I only watched the first half of this game, but I woke up and was very pleased to see that Trevor Lawrence had that crazy rushing touchdown where he looked like he went from looking like the most unathletic person on the field to the most athletic person on the field.
In the span of seconds.
Yeah. How much time was left when they went from down 28-24 to 31 to up 31-28.
There was less than 30 seconds. I want to say it was about 22 seconds left. There was hardly any time left. But the lead up into that drive. So here's the funny thing. I don't know if you've seen the memes. Prior to this drive, the Chiefs were trying to get in the end zone, and the camera pans over to Trevor Lawrence, who gets caught actively picking his nose. They caught him picking his nose, and all the memes were like, "Oh man, this guy's about to go on a game-winning touchdown drive," and he did. It was amazing. I was like our reaction, and I was watching the game. I was like, "No, Trevor, they got you, dude. They got you picking your nose. They got my boy." It's that Michael Jordan meme where he's like,
yeah.
He's going.
He needed to score a touchdown on that drive, because if he didn't, he is for like maybe the rest of his career the nose picking quarterback. Literally, like that is insane. But that's like how accurate do you think that is? Like the memes, like the whole storyline from last night now is Trevor Lawrence beats the Chiefs on his 26th birthday. But if he loses and doesn't have that game-winning drive, Instagram is going to be all about him picking his nose.
Dude, the headline is Jags blow game to the Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence gets caught picking nose.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh my god.
But they got the win. I think this Jaguars team, honestly, I said at the beginning of the year, I thought they win the division. I will still hold by that, despite how good the Colts have looked. I think the Jags are only on the tip of the iceberg. The offense is still not fully fleshed out yet. They have room to get better.
Oh, and how about that one catch from Travis Hunter? That was sick.
That was sick. Double coverage. The ball was a little on the throne, but Travis was able to adjust to it and make an incredible catch.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive. And they need to get him involved in the offense more. I think the fact of the matter is, Brian Thomas Jr. has not been, like, fantasy-wise has been bad, but he in a couple late game situations, like against the Texans, he made a big game catch late in the game. On the game-winning drive, he had a big catch down the sideline. So fantasy-wise, Brian Thomas Jr. has struggled, but coming up in the clutch, making some of those big grabs, he's been huge for the Jags in that sense. Mm-hmm. And then when they can actually get the offense going and putting up a lot more points, I don't know, man. I think that's a big surprise that the defense is the strength of this team. I mean, they forced three turnovers in the first 4 weeks in all of those games. And then even like in the game against Kansas City, the Devin Lloyd had a 99-yard pick six on Patrick Mahomes. He's been a stud linebacker for them.
Yeah, that's his 4th pick of the season.
Yeah, 4 picks. I think it was 4 picks in the last 3 weeks or something crazy like that. But he has been ablaze. The Jacksonville Jaguars defense has been incredible at forcing turnovers. And in fact, all the primetime games. Thursday night, we had the 49ers upset the Rams. Sunday night, the Patriots went into Buffalo and got the win. And then Jacksonville downs Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Stephon Diggs had a big day, yeah. I mean, it was...
One thing I want to say before we move on.
Yeah.
The Jags. Hats off to the Jags, man. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
They are the most exciting team in football right now, probably. And... I mean, I might not be saying that if they, lost last night 24-28, but God, the vibes surrounding that team. 99-yard pick six, that almost botched play. He jumps into the end zone. It's awesome to see. And then on top of that, you have the Colts. Who would have thought the Colts and the Jaguars? If you tried to get me to watch Colts Jaguars last year, I would be like, dude, no. And now I'm counting the days until it's there.
Dude, no.
Yeah. And it's they play December 7th and December 28th, and that is going to be an awesome
Those could be two
division.
huge games. Those could be 2 huge games. I gotta switch gears to a different game. I gotta make fun of one of your teams. I gotta make fun of one of your teams. I gotta make fun of them really badly. I think actually. I think I think you should know based on what happened this past weekend. I don't know if you saw, but there's a certain team down in the desert that gave the Tennessee Titans their first win. That
was insane.
In my entire life, I don't think I've witnessed a more embarrassing fourth quarter than the Cardinals had against the Tennessee Titans. I genuinely do not think, as a player on the team, as a fan of the team, as even a casual, even if casual fans of the NFL should be that's a real NFL team? Are you sure that's not a XFL team that snuck into their jerseys at some point, everybody swapped out? That was the most embarrassing loss I think I have seen from a team, at least in my lifetime live, as far as I know. That was an embarrassing loss to
No.
be up 21-6 against a team that is 0-4,
Mm-hmm.
to fumble the ball on the goal line, to just toss it away when literally that had just happened last week, to then pick off the opposing quarterback up 2 scores with 4.5 minutes to go and fumbling the ball to the point where it goes back into your own end zone and recovered by the Titans, and then still getting the ball, not being able to get first down yardage, and then the Titans, that have not won a game, mind you, one of the worst receiving cores. Cam Ward makes an excellent throw. I got to give credit to Cam Ward, but for the Arizona Cardinals, honestly, I think based on that loss alone, because after that, I think that sets a huge negative tone for the rest of the season. Jonathan Gannon and Kyler Murray are probably gone after this year. So, and we can point back to this game as to where it started.
Yeah, the fact that Kyler Murray is still a starter is kind of surprising. I mean, I guess he's, like, even outside of this game, it's like, come on. Is he the worst starter in football?
Absolutely not.
No
way he's the worst starter. But like they paid him. They're locked into his contract. I think at this point it's just Arizona's trying to find a time to move off or waiting for the contract to run out at this point. It's just not a very good contract. It's not very movable. It's quarterback that's already torn his ACL and hasn't really shown much visible, I guess, development into where we thought he'd be. Because remember, he's a number 1 overall pick. But that was back in like 2019 at this point. Like at a certain point, Arizona's just kind of should be exhausted from this feeling of just inept mediocrity. The only good news is that I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is actually, I know he got a lot of flack for his poor play in the previous week on Thursday Night Football, but he bounced back in that game, and he wasn't really all that bad. This game, I think he had like 5 grabs, 89 yards, something in that rain ballpark. But this is that can't happen. Like, you can't lose. And this happened even against Carolina. Like, Carolina almost won that game, too. Like, we didn't talk about it, but the Panthers came back in that game when that game looked basically over. So this is a habitual problem for the Arizona Cardinals. I think it should lead to the moving off of Jonathan Gannon and Kyler Murray. That's disgraceful. That's just disgraceful.
I think that, well, Kyler Murray is a solid talent. I'll take back what I said about him being the worst starting quarterback in football because Spencer Rattler probably has that title.
It's Jake Browning.
Oh, yeah, Jake Browning. Damn. Well, he's not a starter anymore because Joe Flacco's in town. I wish it was Jameis, but what are you going to do?
They didn't offer a trade for Jameis.
That's insane.
They didn't even call them.
That's insane to me. But yeah, like I think with Kyler Murray, it's like even if you have a solid team, like sorry, I'm resizing myself so you guys can see my hand movements. Like even if you have like a solid team.
No, stop.
No. Even if you have a solid team, I don't think Kyler Murray is capable of bringing a team to a Super Bowl. Now, if Kyler Murray wins a Super Bowl for the Cardinals next year, put this in like a Kyler Murray like hype motivational edit. Like it's just I don't think he's the guy that can take a team the full distance. He's capable of getting you to the playoffs, maybe getting one playoff win, but I think that's his ceiling. And yeah, you don't really want to bother with that, you know?
Yeah. I think it's got the only thing that could maybe work is like if he goes to another team and has like a Baker or Sam Darnold kind of resurrection, because I don't think Arizona's like at this point the wells run dry at this point. There's nothing there. Like at a certain point you're the worst team in that division again. Like we're 5 weeks in, that's the worst team in the division, and that team started 2-0. So you're worse than the 49ers, you're worse than the Seahawks, you're worse than the Rams. You're worse than all 3 of those teams. It's not close. Mm-hmm. They're one of the worst teams in football right now. They just lost to the Tennessee Titans. Like there's no excuses for it. So I think it's gotta be move on at some point. I just don't know how you're gonna be able to move that contract. It could be that they end up stuck with it for another year even after this year. Like it could just be that the Arizona Cardinals are just. And here's the thing. I was in the comment section of D&E Takeover, and I was mentioning this. The Cardinals do not get talked about as probably one of the most poverty franchises in the league, I think the reality for that is because they're not typically boring. They're not bad in a completely embarrassing way. They're just incredibly mediocre, and then they'll have losses like that.
Yeah, that has been the common theme lately.
Like Cleveland's really bad. New York's incredibly bad. Like the Jets are super bad, and like the Browns have always been a bad franchise until like the past few years. The Lions were an awful franchise, but
and
like Arizona's just not it.
Yeah, and on top of that, the last meaningful game I remember Arizona playing was the Rams game in the 2021 playoffs. Or maybe, I think it was 2020, or maybe it was 2022 technically, but the 2021-22 season, where Aaron Donald ate Kyler Murray alive. It was honestly the most I'd ever seen a quarterback get bullied in a football game ever. He was, like, it was bad. It looked like, like maybe, like, say a varsity team, like all of their first through fourth string quarterbacks are somehow all hurt, and you call up the kid from JV who's like a freshman, and he's just not built like that because he's a kid, and like he's just not built like that. That's what it looked like, and that was the last meaningful game the Cardinals played. So yeah, it's definitely been a rough couple years for the Cardinals. Oh, yeah, Jay's in the chat. So Jay, how do you do? He says, Jay move it. Get out the way. Get out the way. Kyler, get out the way. What do you think Jay says, would rather drink the water from Flint, Michigan than invest in the Arizona Cardinals. Man, yeah, I made some interesting stock investments ahead of this season. I think
you made some poor stock investments. Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Well, that's just you. You're a stray cat guy.
I think that could be a fun thing to do. Like maybe come week 8 at the midpoint of the season, we could. This would have been a fun preseason thing to do, but of course we're entering week 6. We should do like we have a certain amount of money, imaginary money, and this is the amount of money that we're putting into certain teams. And teams not to invest in as well.
$1 million to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm all in.
Because, like, man, I was not a Jags believer, and now they're what I thought the Panthers were going to be.
Panthers just ain't that. Although the Panthers did win. They did beat the Miami Dolphins.
They did in very exciting fashion beat the Miami Dolphins.
Also, dude. Speaking of the Miami Dolphins, did you know that last year they were the 9th ranked rushing defense?
The Panthers?
Last year. No, the Dolphins.
Oh. What? That would
You would not know
real.
that if you had watched them this Sunday, because they let Rico Dowdle have the best rushing performance of any running back this year.
Yep. Rico Dowdle was killing it. He was balling.
That's insane. That is an insane thing that happened. Like, your defense was not too bad at stopping the run last year. But now, it couldn't stop me. I could get 50 yards on Miami's defense. 50. I can say it now, I'll get 50. I'll get 50 yards
on Miami. And how many attempts?
25.
25?
2 yards. 2 yards per play.
Yeah.
2 yards,
I believe
2 yards.
it. I believe it.
I could do that against Miami. Like, it looked, obviously that's like an exaggeration, but it looks so bad. It looks bad.
It was pretty bad.
Everything about it feels bad. There's no Tyreek Hill. Like, Mike McDaniel's probably gone by the end of the year. It's just that's what it's gonna be, and I don't understand how it's so bad.
Mike McDaniel will be the first coach to go in terms of fired coaches. Like,
yeah, I think yeah. I was originally gonna say it could be Dable, but now that Jackson Dart is starting, I don't think they fire the head coach until at the very least the end of the year. I don't think they would if they were to fire him at all.
Yeah, Jackson Dart is looking good.
Is he?
I mean, honestly, I was writing a paper for a lot of Sunday.
Is he? I don't know about all that. He was like, he's a rookie, so it's like, yeah, you take most of it like, oh, it's just his second career start. But it was like against the Saints. It was supposed to be better, honestly, than I would have said. Like, okay, yeah, I think he was worse. I think he was worse than he was against the Chargers.
How'd he do?
That much I'll say.
What was his stat line against the Saints?
202, same completion percentage, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 2 picks. So if you're turning over the ball,
rookie kind of game.
Sure, but I think last week in a game against the Chargers where you're not turning the ball over and winning is better in a game where you're going against the Saints, who are a worse team, turning over the ball and losing.
Yeah, that's true. Losing to the Saints, that just shouldn't happen. It doesn't matter who you are.
Cam Scadaboo had a rough fumble too that led to that touchdown, but I mean, you still can't be losing to New Orleans.
It seems like his value is going down. You can trade him to me.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
Sure. Jamar Chase, man. Jamar Chase, send him over.
No, man, because I have the GOAT Joe Flacco throwing to Jamar now, so it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I would argue, because Joe Flacco will start. Now, I actually have to see when the Bengals, because I don't know if he's going to start this week or the following week, because you have to see when the Bengals bye.
Well, you're looking that up. I'm going to talk to some of the fellows in the chat. Jay says, my guy looks like my Temple coach from NCAA 26, and I'm all for it. Hell yeah! Are you doing a Temple?
Just going
a Temple dynasty? I need the. Wait a minute, Jay.
Oh my gosh, is he about to go grab the? Oh wow! There it is, dude. He's a Temple coach. Yeah. He's an NPC man.
Oh my god, I have a weird head, man. All my hats look a little diagonal.
No, put it back. That was funny. Put it back.
I don't even know how I had it.
Put it back the way you had it before. No, back. No. Just put it back on again, like as if you're like sliding it on. No, not the no, keep the visor on. No, keep the visor on. Bring it up and then put the heads on and like peel it back across your head and I'll tell you when to stop. No, like have it brush against your head as you're putting it on. Like here, so like this. Like that. Like have it brush against your hair. No, like forward. Bring it forward all the way to the touch of the visor. And then bring it now, press it against the hair so it like pushes the hair slightly back. Shit. Oh man, I cursed. My bad. No, it's like it has like no, it was so weird. It was like all the hairs were like individually sticking out, and it looked like you had intentionally gelled your hair to have like 6 or 7 spikes. I'll have to go back and see it in the footage to show you, but that was funny. We'll
have to see. Easton7 says, "What's up?" Easton7 goated.
Easton!
How do you do?
Welcome back, Easton. Dude, Easton was here yesterday. He was watching, we were grading the games beforehand, talking about his fantasy team. Big old fantasy guy.
So, Easton, you would know, Phil has Cam Scadaboo.
No.
I need a running
back. He doesn't know
back.
that actually. But you have trash. I don't want your trash, man. I want Jamar Chase. I want Jamar, man. It's fair. It's totally fair.
Stephon Diggs is coming off a huge game. I'll give you Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs and Isaiah Pacheco for Cam Scadaboo.
Interesting. Wow, gosh. Ew.
Ooh. If we're both upset, it's a good deal.
I'm not, but I don't think you're upset about that.
I will just be thrilled to have a running back that's better than Isaiah Pacheco and Tyler Algier, man.
What do you mean, bro? No, you'll be fine. It's a good running back duo.
Trade him Jamar Chase. No!
Yeah! Come on, bro. Come on. You know you want to.
No, I don't want to. I can't.
What if I sent you 2 running backs for Jamar Chase?
Who's the other running back?
I can send you Travis Etienne.
No.
What? He's like top 6 in rushing through the first 5 weeks.
Okay, yeah, but like, oh god, no.
Like what?
Because getting rid of the guy you took number 1 overall is a sucker move. It doesn't matter who you're getting rid of.
There's no Joe Burrow. But there's no Joe Burrow.
Yeah, there's Joe Flacco. He's proven.
Yeah, but Joe Flacco. The reason why Jake Browning was even able to get it to Jamar at all in that game against Detroit is because he can scramble and move out the pocket. Joe Flacco has cement bricks for feet. Like, I'd argue
Yeah,
Aaron
that's
Rodgers
why-
is more mobile right now than Joe Flacco.
Probably. Joe Flacco is incredibly immobile. But
Against that, behind that
like,
Bengals O-line?
why did the Bengals not call the Giants and get Jameis? Like,
Because they're a cheap organization, dude.
But,
It was
like,
probably going to be too much.
you gotta think about how bad your offensive line is. Like, ugh, dude. Flacco's gonna get eaten alive.
It's a cheap franchise run by a cheap owner who's not going to spend money to go out and trade, not spend enough in draft capital to go out and actually upgrade. Like, honestly, I'm going to be real. They could have gone and probably done the same thing for, like, Andy Dalton. And I think that would have been better.
That would have been better. Like, ugh.
Well, you know what? I just like that, everybody in our division sucks. It's great.
That is
Isn't
true.
it awesome?
You're gonna
Aaron
basically-
Rodgers is gonna be in the playoffs one more time, baby.
I hate
just
that.
for him to lose.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna win the division, probably. Like, that is so annoying. I don't like that at all.
Here we go.
No,
Steelers.
no.
Here we go.
Easton 7
Pittsburgh's go to Super Bowl.
Easton 7 goated says, I have Joe Burrow. Rough stuff.
Yeah.
Who's your replacement quarterback? And Jay says, got lucky I got Taylor in the second round. Dude, I wish. I was cursed with the first overall pick in our fantasy league. And of course,
Well, hold on. Who were your two picks after that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Oh, yeah. I went Jamar, Jalen Hurts, and then
Oh, that's why, dude.
Well,
You
no,
shouldn't have taken Jalen.
I need a good quarterback. It was also at the end of wait. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe I got Jalen at the end of the third. I can't remember. I'd have to look at it.
You drafted Jalen in the first 3 rounds. I don't know, man. That just feels like a little bit of a reach-a-roni, jabroni.
Yeah, I hate drafting first overall because I can't really draft
I'm 1 and
off
4,
of
man. My
vibes.
team is pissed. My team's not even bad. My team's not even bad. I have just gotten some of the worst timing. Like Brock Bowers, of course, he's out this week. He was out this week. Dude, and every single time, like, my team just doesn't perform cohesively enough. Like, I'll have enough players do what they're supposed to do, but then, like, Josh Allen will just struggle against the Patriots for no reason, right? Like, Cam Skadoo has a great matchup against the terrible Saints, and he struggles. Like, it's just, I can't win. I don't know what's going on. But I will turn it around. It's 1 and 4, but I will turn it around. My team will get healthier. My team will get better. We're going to make some moves. We're going to be fine.
I, on the other hand,
I'm not panicking. It's as competitive. Nobody's undefeated in our league either. So
no. Yeah,
we're fine.
It's very competitive. It's neck and neck. I, on the other hand, have the least points in the league. Well, actually, no. I think I have, like, the third least points in the league now. But before this previous week, I had the least points in the league by, like, 50. But I got lucky, and, like, a lot of my guys went off. And now I have the third least points in the league, but I only have, like, 5 more points than the guy who has the least points in the league. But I'm sitting pretty at a 3-2 record. I'm coming for the chip.
You're not with Tyler Algier as your back. You're not.
Yeah, that's why I need Cam Skadoo, man, and a realistic
Not
deal that
happening.
can keep my franchise afloat.
Not happening.
Aaron Rodgers says, I'm just a winner everywhere I go, except the Jets. We don't talk about that because, let's face it, I was tripping balls pretty hard. We could tell, Aaron.
The Jets are not savable.
You're also the first person to turn into an asshole when you're tripping. Like,
Look, man, that's just the harsh vibes in Jersey.
that's true. I mean, that's another thing. Like, honestly, if they were called the New Jersey Jets, ugh.
What?
If they were called the New Jersey Jets, I would have never become a fan. I just stuck my finger in these cherub tomatoes that I got earlier, and one is like rotted and like wet.
That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool, honestly. Very cool. Very cool overall that you had the gross tomato, man. How much? Have a bite.
I don't want the gross tomato. I'll show you.
Why not?
Oh, ew.
How much?
gross.
What? Come on, Taff. Come on. It's called content, man. I feel like Mr. Beast right now. Eat this gross. How much will you? How much money could I pay you to eat this gross tomato?
I'm paying $2 million to the first person to eat this gross tomato.
Whoever can find this gross tomato on this hidden island and eat it will win $10,000. But you only have 24 hours to get there. Who will win it first? Will it be Joe or will it be Schmo?
Look, man, I just think that, like, of any famous person to have, like, you know, the skeletons in their closet be revealed, Mr. Beast's skeletons will be the deepest and the darkest.
I feel like they've already been revealed at times. I feel like there's already been, like, stuff that's come out in regards to the things that have, I guess, come out. I don't know. I know stuff has vaguely been talked about. I'm just not sure to what extent, you know? Not that I, like, know anything, but, you know. Not that I know anything or anything.
Well, it sounds like you know something.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you know something, man.
No, I'm just a normal guy. I'm a laid back dude with a chill attitude.
Police! Help!
No!
Let me down!
Oh, man. What were the other... Oh, dude! And also, speaking of the Steelers just, you know, completely being good in the division, as we were mentioned earlier, Baltimore is also 1-4. Isn't it great? Isn't it great the Ravens are terrible now?
That is weird. That is so weird. What happened?
Well, they're super banged up. They have a lot of injuries, but at the same time, their defense wasn't playing well when they were healthy. So I think the reality is now John Harbaugh's in a position where he has a choice to make. Is he going to hold? Is he like, oh, we're going to hold fast, we're going to hold steady, or are you going to fire Zachary or your defense coordinator? Or because like right now, Lamar Jackson tried to play against Houston, didn't. Ravens got absolutely cooked by a team that started 0-3, and even then struggled at times against the Titans. Now, like, you basically revive C.J. Stroud's career for at least another month, just based on how much you got bullied in that game. The other thing
you think he was that close to being done?
I'm gonna be real.
Career?
I'm not a Stroud believer. I used to be a Stroud believer. I had benefits of the doubt.
I think
to
he's
last
average.
Year.
I don't think he's like on the verge of losing his job. He's just not as good as we thought.
Yeah, but like, how do you be that good your rookie year and then actually actively regress? Like, dude was quoted saying, "Oh man, I'm just not as athletic as I used to be," and he's like our age.
I forgot about that quote. That is hilarious to me.
Because, like, how did he become Anthony Richardson? Like, that's crazy.
I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, like I just like also it's kind of funny because like I've said that half joking as somebody who like was addicted to vapes from like 18 years old to 2 months ago, and
it's
like I'm 24. Like yeah, like and also like I've been working out and like now and like running and stuff, and you know, remember I was saying like yeah, my body kind of feels like an old car. Like when I first started working out again after quitting vapes. But now my body just feels like a regular body. How does this happen to CJ Stroud? Is he getting
an NFL athlete? This is, I don't know. Like this to me, like, you got to be doing next to nothing when you're working out. Like, I just don't know. You got to be like on the new fast food everyday diet. Like, you got to be stopping at the Whataburger. You got to be stopping at the Wendy's and the McDonald's every day for this to be the lack of athletic. Like, the fact that I feel older. Like, I don't know. The only thing that could possibly be in some way is if, like, he has some strain of arthritis that, like, Gurley had, where Gurley just completely... Like, remember when Todd Gurley was great and then kind of completely fell off? Maybe he's got that, but... I don't believe that for a second.
I don't think that's the case. It could be.
It can't be.
But
if it is, I gotta tell you if it is, it's tragic. I don't think that's what it is,
I don't think so either.
but it's just
It's,
like
it's,
this
it's
was
not
supposed to
out
be
of the realm of possibility, but he's not a running back. He
like
doesn't.
I said this going into the season. Like I'd said that, yeah, Jacksonville was my pick to win it, but the reality is they still had to get. Like the point was, oh, who's Jacksonville's toughest test to beat in the division? Oh yeah, Houston. Now it's somehow Indianapolis, and Houston's the third best team there. Like
It's a pretty sizable gap between 2 and 3.
right, but like I don't know. I don't. Again, they still have the good news. The better news for the Texans, at least from their perspective, is while you are 2 and 3, you haven't lost any divisional games. Like you had, like the teams that they lost to. Like we actually look at their 3 losses. They were to the Rams, the Bucks, and and the Jags. Oh, I guess they did lose to the Jags. But all those teams have 3 or more wins. Like the Rams, we think are good. The Bucks have won 4 games. The Jags have won 4 games. It may not be as bad as 0-3 had previously looked. Do I still think they have issues? Yes, but it's not. They're not like sunken dead in the water. If they figure out their offensive issues, they could come back and at least compete for a playoff spot or even the division. Especially because I know the Colts are good right now. Like, yeah, the Colts have a good roster and Daniel Jones is playing well. But there's always, like, it was the same problem last year. Like, when Sam Darnold was on the Vikings playing really well, I'm like, dang, I love you, Sam, but that other shoe's going to drop. And it dropped. It took a long time, but it dropped in the last 2 weeks of the season. It's weird because I want the Colts to be good, and they're fun, they're exciting. But at the same time, there's a nagging feeling that the other shoe is going to drop for Daniel Jones at some point.
I don't know, man. Daniel Jones, it's not like he has just looked consistent. He has been consistently doing some awesome stuff. Did you see that throw this week where he escaped the pocket and like hit a diving receiver and he threaded the needle? Like,
right, I know, but
like
we saw that
earlier,
from Sam too. But that's my point.
It's not like the play before he almost threw a pick. Like
there were some bad moments, like the Rams game. He threw. I think he had 2 total interceptions, but I think he probably should end the game with 3 because I remember one being actively dropped. I think there is a certain point where that shoe can drop because we've seen, like, it happens with a lot of these guys. It happened with Sam. Like, even Baker last year, I guess Baker's kind of not in that realm anymore. I think he's closer to, like, actually breaking out of, like, oh, I don't have to worry about the other shoe dropping for him because he's just good.
Baker's elite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even Sam Darnold, like I think he's starting to get into that category where I don't have to worry as much about the other shoe dropping because of how well he's been playing with Seattle. Like they gave us an incredible elite quarterback duel this past week. Literally, I said going in it was going to be the game of the week. It was. It was like a 38-35 shootout, one of my favorite kind of game. Mm-hmm. The reality, though, with Daniel Jones is, again, this is the first time he's actually looked like what he's supposed to be. I still, like, if I'm going to look up and let's say I bring up Colts schedule right now. Like, I need to, because again, the only time that they've really, when I look at this team, like, I've seen them play Miami stinks. The close, like, they played Denver, that's beaten Philadelphia. That's probably their biggest win. Titans and Raiders aren't very good. Like, you've got the one win against Denver and you've got a close game against them. No, the Broncos did.
Oh, you're talking about the Broncos? I thought you were looking at the Colts schedule.
I am, but the Colts beat the Broncos. Like, they were able to win at home against Denver by 1.
Gotcha.
So, like, you've got, like, I'm going to see, like, Chargers will be a great example. If the Chargers can get buttoned up by the time they play the Colts, we'll see what he looks like against Justin Herbert. They play the Chiefs later this year. They'll play Jacksonville twice. They'll play Seattle. They'll play San Francisco. They'll play Houston twice, right? I need to see their divisional games, and I need to see their games against other, like, because right now Kansas City's 2-3. I think that game will matter significantly for Kansas City to have incentive to win it, because they're still trying to compete for the playoffs. I think the reality is there a moment, are there moments on here where all of a sudden the other shoe potentially drops for Daniel Jones? I think the Colts are still a very good roster, and they can easily make the playoffs. They can easily win the division. But at a certain point, just like last year with Sam on Minnesota, there is still a sense of there will be another shoe to drop. It's still there, and it surrounds Daniel Jones until they proven otherwise. Like, I think even with Tampa, you could argue it surrounded Baker until Baker beat the Eagles in that wildcard game. And you're like, oh, okay, this is legit. And then now with Sam, that's there a little less because now he's on another team showing he can play very well. It's not there. But this is Daniel Jones in 5 weeks, and this is, I kid you not, probably the only 5 weeks I've ever thought, dang, Daniel Jones looks like a good quarterback. So, like, there needs to be a little more time for this to set. Like, it's like, you got it's like a nice, delicious pie out on the windowsill, but it's cooling off. It's like, is it good to eat? Is it good to eat, or will I end up burning my tongue and that shoe drops? I don't know.
It's good.
I don't know yet.
It's good to eat. Take it from me.
Right, but also like, but then your logic is what? The Colts can win a playoff game this year with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and you can still burn your mouth, and that'll heal, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I understand that, but right now, if we're saying this year for the other, my point is, let's say the Colts make the playoffs. When they get into the playoffs, like let's say they get into the playoffs, when they go and play somebody, are you going to pick Indianapolis to win that game? Like, who would you say of reasonable playoff teams in the AFC they could beat right now?
Can we look at the playoff picture?
Sure, I'll pull up the playoff picture right now.
Amazing.
Playoff picture. So I believe, like even right now, they're the 1 seed. I'm gonna be honest, I just don't see that.
The Colts are the 1 seed in the AFC right now.
Yeah, that's not gonna hold water. But like, okay, Buffalo. If they played Buffalo today, do they win that game?
No.
All right, if they played Pittsburgh today, do they win that game?
Yes.
Really? You think they would beat the Pittsburgh Steelers? Because remember,
the
they would play the Steelers.
Slouch, man.
So you think they would be able to go into like Pittsburgh and win the game?
Yeah, but I mean, right now, based on the way the season's going, I mean, things can change, and they probably will change. That's the nature of sports. But
right,
right now the Colts are hosting the Steelers. You know, like.
Right, but I mean, if we're because again, the reality is Indianapolis is probably not going to be the 1 seed. Like that's just my take.
If Danny Dimes leads a team to a first round bye, that's incredible. And that team is the Colts. Like, yeah. But yeah, okay. Theoretically, let's say the Colts.
Like, I still think as good as the Colts are,
I think they can go to Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers.
I kind of disagree with that.
Awesome. But
like again, the context is you blew out the Raiders and Geno Smith. Geno Smith and the Raiders are awful. Right? So I understand giving credit to Indianapolis. Yes, they beat them in a very close game where they ended up missing the game-winning kick and ended up getting a redo because of a penalty, right? That game was like a matter of inches, right? So again, I think the reality is, as good as Indy is, I think there will be moments, like if they were to play, like I think the Chargers right now, despite back-to-back losses, I think out of 10 games, Chargers win that game like 7 out of 10 times. I think Jacksonville's probably the only one where I'd say that could easily be split 5 games. I think if Denver plays them 10 times, I think Denver wins 7 or 8 times. And I guess New England would probably be split because New England's the 7 seed. So that's what you have. But again, their biggest win is against Denver. They've beaten Miami, who's 1-4. They've beaten the Raiders, who were 1-4. And they've beaten, I keep forgetting. Oh my gosh. And they beat the Titans, who were 1-4. So I'm trying to give them credit. They played in LA very well, and you could argue should have won, and they snuck by Denver. But I still am of right now saying, listen, it still very much feels like a Vikings team where that shoe is going to drop. And we'll get, you could easily, like, it just feels like a team that is good, playing well right now, but is also set up in such a way where they can very quickly be exposed.
It's like it's I'm gonna hit you with a pretty niche reference right here.
Niche? Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, another thing. My professor said niche the other day. We're gonna have her on the show.
Whatever, man.
It's the one that's related to the first lady who ever flew a plane.
Right, yeah, Hillary Clinton, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like, so basically you think the Colts are kind of like when we're playing Talapo and Harry is the captain of the ship.
No.
And we keep repairing, but our repairs just cannot keep up with the amount of damage he is driving the ship into.
I don't think that was where I was going with this. No, I don't think
I think that's a valid comparison. Because like
I don't know.
the Colts, there's a treacherous road ahead for the Colts, and you don't think
it's not but it's not about a treacherous road.
Faithful crew hands are able to keep up.
Well, I mean, think about the Vikings last year. Think about the Vikings and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had a very similar year where Sam Darnold comes out of nowhere and has a great season. And that team, and that Vikings team, I think overall is a little bit more talented than the Colts. Is more talented. I think the Vikings have probably the worst offensive line right now. Yeah, their defense is better on the majority of the levels. The receiving core is better at the majority levels. I think they aren't better at offensive line. They aren't better in the backfield at running back. But when you look at when you look at the Vikings and what had happened, again, that it was the last 2 games of the year, they got 100% exposed. They got exposed by Detroit in Detroit, and then they had to play the Rams in, I guess, the Cardinal Stadium in State Farm, and they got exposed there too. So, again, if I'm I understand Indianapolis is very talented, but I think at a certain point, it's just not a team that you expect to win in that situation. You can already feel that there is something that's going to come in and sort of dampen that team come the big game, come playoff time, come towards the end of the season. That's what it feels like to me right now for the Indianapolis Colts and for Daniel Jones. And listen, I think Daniel Jones could have a great season. He could easily be a high Pro Bowl level player, could be playing well the whole season the way Sam Darnold did last year. But again, there will be a moment where I think they will just look outclassed towards the end of the season. I think the season overall could be very fun, just like the Minnesota Vikings season was last year. But that other shoe is just chilling. It's hanging. It's hanging over Danny Dimes' head, and I think eventually it will drop.
I disagree. I think it's good to eat. You don't need to worry about burning your mouth.
It's not about burning the mouth. It's like you're enjoying the ride, but you understand that it's going to end very badly. That's my take.
I don't.
Is that this will be a good ride, and then the Colts will get blown out by a stronger AFC team
In the divisional round.
No, they're not winning a playoff game.
No, they are.
No, I don't think so.
I
disagree.
You want to bet? The bet has to stay. The Colts have to make the playoffs for it to stay valid.
What? That's not fair. You said win a playoff game. So if they don't make the playoffs, they don't win a playoff game.
Well, yeah.
But still, that's the nature of the bet. How is so the bet's invalid?
We both seem to think they're going to make the playoffs, right?
I'm not saying that it's a guarantee. I'm saying that they can. I think it's more likely than not, but I'm not saying that that's a guarantee because when I look at, hold on, bring me back to the playoff picture. If I look at the playoff picture right now and I look back and who's outside of it, like I could still see Houston, Kansas City, and Baltimore. If they figure out their issues by like early November, they can all still easily get into the playoffs. And if Jacksonville wins that division, then poof, Colts somehow aren't in it. I'm just saying, I think there is going to be a shoe drop. That is my point, and I think it will ultimately lead to the Colts not winning a playoff game. Whether it happens in the playoffs or happens before then, but it will happen.
I'm a believer. Oh, Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson are in the chat. Daniel Jones says, my motto this year is drop dimes, bang dimes. We can tell, Daniel. And Anthony Richardson says, hey, Danny, thanks for letting me get in the game. I'm kind of surprised. I thought you were tired, man.
Yeah, I thought you and CJ were, eating too many Doritos, crashing on the couch, taking naps.
Exactly. And then Daniel Jones says, no problem. Consider it my make-a-wish for the year. Very nice, very nice. Now,
very nice.
We are at an hour and 24 minutes and 30 seconds to the second. And Young T is
old man bones.
He's getting a little yawny, and
he's looking like CJ Stroud, folks.
I'm not the
lock him up. Lock him up.
Don't lock me up.
Lock him up. Get him out. Get him out.
I'm like Daniel Jones, man. Like Nobody expected me to be here.
Yo, but hold on. No, nobody does need to be here, man. No, hold on. Before you leave, we got to talk about the big headline. I mean, you're from Philly. You're from Philly, right? Like you live in Philly right now. Looks like the Philadelphia Eagles suffered a brutal loss, blew a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter to the Denver Broncos.
Oh, yeah,
What happened, Taff? What happened? And who's to
Honestly,
blame for the Eagles'
I don't
loss?
know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I actually don't know.
You don't know?
I was writing
I thought that was
12
your
page
team.
paper.
I thought it was your team.
One of
though.
my teams.
I thought you had
I didn't get to
abandoned
watch the games.
Jets.
I didn't get to watch the games on Sunday.
Well,
I barely. I
Philadelphia
watched
Eagles.
more of the Jets than I watched the Eagles.
Well, the Eagles, they lost to the Denver Broncos. They blew a 17-3 lead in the fourth quarter to Bo Nix. Bo Nix, the man. He beats your teams. He beat the Jets last year. He beats the Eagles this year. I mean, Bo Nix kind of
destroyer.
Bo Nix is just crushing your spirits, man. What's going on? What's going on with the Eagles, really? Saquon Barkley had 6 carries yesterday? Or 2 days ago, rather?
He only had 6 carries. What are they doing?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the Eagles are doing. You gotta ask Nick Sirianni. You gotta knock on his front door and say, "Hey, what's going on?"
What the heck?
21-17 loss. Oh my gosh. Let's look at these. What is even? Where's the? Oh, here's.
I
Boston.
knew
There we
he
go.
lost. It was the 6 carries. Why are you
6
only handing
carries
the ball
for
off to your
30
star running
yards.
back 6 times?
6 carries for 30 yards. What a yeesh. It's almost like do the Eagles not know how to utilize their talent? Like, I don't know, man. It's not very cool. I say this, I'm gonna say this genuinely. I've really never seen a team that's won a Super Bowl have such a hard time getting it to a number 1 receiver.
Yeah, their passing offense has been non-existent. I have no idea how. Like, what are you doing?
It's atrocious, and I mean, I don't know what to like. It cannot be this hard to get it to AJ Brown. I don't understand. And now they got a short week. They got the Giants and Jackson Dart coming to town. Can Jackson Dart get a signature win on the road in Philly?
That'll be a fun one. You know, I work with a couple Giants fans. Maybe is the game in Philly?
No, it's in Big Blue. It's in Jersey.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's in MetLife Stadium. It's at Jersey.
New York City needs a football stadium so bad. Honestly, you know, people say, "Oh, maybe Namath is the problem. Maybe he's the curse with the Jets." I think it's that freaking stadium, man.
It's that stadium?
Yeah.
Well, the Giants have won multiple Super Bowls. I mean, the Giants have won 4 Lombardis. They're kind of legit. They're more of a legit franchise than the Jets overall. Like they got the hardware. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easton 7 Goda just sent a link in the chat. Is that a clip? Yo, did we get our first clip?
Oh my gosh, a clip. It's just malware. Go ahead, Beth. Click on the malware Easton sent you. Go ahead.
Jay said, my wife got tickets to that Eagles-Giants game, so not looking forward to it.
It's going to be great,
Zinger!
man. Come on. Dude, honestly, there would be more of a chance if Malik Neighbors was playing, but since Malik's not playing, I feel like it very much feels like
Yeah,
an
not
Eagles
good.
win.
Not good.
Yeah, unless the Eagles somehow struggle even like so incredibly in the passing offense. Right? I don't know, man. They may have to trade AJ Brown. Maybe AJ Brown's the problem. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's just you know what? Maybe the Eagles just missed the playoffs. You know, maybe the Eagles don't win a game the rest of the year. You know?
I mean, it's possible. The Jets can still go 12-5.
Yeah, the Jets will win every game. You got Denver next week. I believe that's in London. So you know what, Taff? You get to be up extra early on Sunday this week to watch the Jets lose.
Ooh, yeah. I'll be up for the show too.
Oh wow!
Also, if you have any of distant connections to Temple, our homecoming game is this Saturday. I will be working. Come find me. I'm in a tent that says Owl Club.
Big Owl Club tent.
Says Owl Club on it. I'll be with a bunch of people in the I don't know if it's the north or the south lot, but it's on the end that's facing the Phillies Citizen Bank Park.
Dude, excellent directions. Excellent navigation.
Thank you. Now before we close the show, let's look at the rest of these chats. Easton 7 Goated over on Twitch says trade him to the Titans. Who are we trading to the Titans?
Easy. Wait, no, I actually don't know the answer.
Jay says Giants need to just sign OBJ so we can laugh. Jay says Denver gotcha game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
Denver's gonna play the Jets, and they're gonna be like, they haven't won a single game yet. And then the Jets
Nick Bonito.
Huh?
You know Nick Bonito leads the league in sacks, right? With 7. I think he's gonna eat on Justin Fields, man.
No, Justin Fields is too elusive.
I don't know, man. Nick Bonito's legit.
Jay,
he's
come
dominant.
Just to join the Owl Club, man.
He got Jalen Hurts. He got Jalen Hurts 2.5 times. So I don't know what. Unless you're suggesting that somehow Justin Fields is better than Jalen Hurts.
I mean,
you wouldn't
stats
be
wise.
That, would you? Stats wise, yeah. Okay, buddy. I don't even think that's true considering he missed time.
Weeks 1, 2, and 4. You combine all their stats together, Justin Fields is better. Look it up.
You're tripping, right? You're tripping. Listen. Okay. You can't count garbage time. You can't count garbage time against the
can.
Yeah, but no, you really can't, because are you really gonna be like, oh man, Justin Fields is playing so well, down 30-3? Okay, that's useless.
I think that you're in denial.
Denial of what? That Justin Fields is better than Jalen Hurts?
Not better than Jalen Hurts, but the margin is closer than you would like to believe.
Hold on. Let me explain this right now. You're telling me that Justin Fields is closer in being a good quarterback to Jalen Hurts?
What?
You tell him how close do you think it is? Let's say Jalen Hurts is the 8th best quarterback in the league. Is that fair? Is that fair to say?
Sure.
Where do you have Justin Fields then?
16.
Get out of here with that. What? 16th? First of all, that's a huge gap. And secondly, there are 16 quarterbacks better than Justin Fields.
Who?
Okay, easy. Let's go the obvious one. Let's go Mahomes. Let's go Lamar. Let's go Josh Allen. Let's go Justin Herbert. Let's go Joe Burrow. Let's go Jalen Hurts. Let's go Matthew Stafford. Let's go Sam Darnold. Let's go Baker. Let's go... hold on. I'm just going through divisions real quick. No.
He can't name 10 quarterbacks, folks.
Let's go Jordan Love.
Okay,
Let's
10.
go... I would say right now, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, no.
How?
Easton says Cam Ward. Sure, Cam Ward, whatever.
I'd say Trevor's better right now.
Yeah.
I would say Drake May's better right now.
Yeah.
I would say Bo Nix is better right now.
Yeah.
I would say... Jared Goff is better right now.
Yeah. Okay, that's 16.
I would probably take Brock Purdy as well over Justin Fields.
That's where it gets a little...
What? Whoa! I understand I am disrespectful towards Brock Purdy. Don't put Justin Fields in the same conversation as Brock Purdy, bro.
Did you say Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow?
Yeah, I said them both.
Okay. Brock Purdy is not as good as Justin Fields.
Explain your reasoning. Oh, I'll even say, you know what? I'll say Tua.
No!
Tua beat him 2 weeks ago.
Okay, but the Jets' defense was atrocious. The Jets' defense was atrocious.
So what?
Is Justin Fields linebacker too?
Fields threw the ball a grand total of 3 times in 35 minutes of play. Like, how do you as a quarterback are not throwing the ball if you're down constantly? Like, you're just down. Score points. That team had one of the worst rush defense in the NFL. That team also has a horrible pass defense. Bryce Young beats the Miami Dolphins. By that logic, the way he played against Miami versus the way Fields played against Miami, I got a feeling I know who's better there too.
I don't know, man. My life is just... Ugh.
My life is like a video game.
My life is like a video game.
Oh, man, that's brutal stuff, man. But Justin Fields is not 16th. He's closer to, like, 22nd.
Okay, we'll go with that. I just, like, the most exhausting part about being a Jets fan right now, like, at this point in my life, isn't how bad the Jets are.
Oh, and Zach. I didn't even mention Zach, by the way.
It's how many people come up to me and talk about the Jets.
Well, yeah, you're a Jets fan, no?
Like, oh, you lost again. Oh, like,
Daniel Jones is better too. Daniel Jones is playing better. You've got Dak too.
Oh, yeah, he's
how crazy
okay,
is that?
He's bottom 10. He's bottom 10.
I'd even argue like my boy Jackson Dart.
No, he's not there yet. He's not there.
Jackson Dart, but like he's much closer to being like in the like high 20s.
Did you say Patrick Mahomes? You said Patrick Mahomes.
No. Right? Well, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is better than
it's got to contribute to the number.
Like I'd say, like even maybe like I would say Caleb might be better right now. Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, even. He looks so pissed.
All right, I want to play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, and you're gonna play for like 10 minutes, bro. We know you're gonna go right to bed.
Hey, I'm a hard-working man. I gotta bring home the bacon somehow at my unpaid internship.
Gotta pay for groceries somehow.
How am I gonna put bread on the table?
With no bread? I don't know. Trying to put on bread with no bread. Alrighty. That's been what? Episode 51.
My 50th episode on the show. Thanks for celebrating 50 episodes with Taff Smith.
You also missed another one, so I'm pretty sure you're at 49 at max.
49. What was the other one?
You've definitely. I know because I've done at least 2 without you. I know that for sure.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for doing 49 episodes with Taff Smith. Next week is the 50th episode of Taff Smith. So make sure to come back for the 50th episode special.
Guys, thank you guys. Special guest appearance from Taff Smith today. Glad he could make it out. We'll see if he can make it for another guest appearance next time. We'll see what happens.
This is the first show on the internet to have 2 50th episode specials.
But that's crazy. It's a 51st episode, even though it's it's gonna be 3 because this is your 49th. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I need to. Next week is the 50th episode special. Be there or be square. Jay, thank you for coming in. Easton, thank you for coming in. Everybody else, thank you for coming in. We will be back again soon.
I know where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be here Thursday. prior to Thursday Night Football.
Heck
so
yeah.
be here for. be here and come get your free refill on Thursday at roughly 7 to 7:15. That's when we're starting, and we're ending an hour after that.
Yeah.
So be there for your free refill.
Get your free refills here. Alrighty. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.